Franco Terrazzano is the National Director of the Canadian Taxpayers Federation. He joins me now because I want to know how big government has gotten during this pandemic. We've all heard the stories of people in the private sector losing their jobs, layoffs, but not in the government. Franco, how big has government gotten?
Well, we've seen another 150,000 jobs in government across Canada. So there's been a tale of two pandemics.
That includes the provincial government, though.
Yeah, all levels of government. So we've seen a tale of two pandemics, a lot of private sector pain, but the government has been largely shielded from the downturn.
And so, like, are these high-paying jobs? Are they clerks? Every government job is a high-paying job, though. Relatively, isn't it?
Yeah, well,
there's no one on food stamps working for the
that's very true, right? Not only are you talking about salaries, you have to talk about benefits too. But what's interesting, of the 150,000 new government jobs, about 50,000 or so are just public administration bureaucrats.
What do they do?
Well, that's not healthcare. That's not education.
Oh, so it's not giving a direct service.
That's you're running your day-to-day government operations. Public administration bureaucrats.
So are they the people that are snooping? I mean, has CSIS increased or something?
Well, a big concern going on right now is the online censorship, right? Bill C-10, Bill C-36 is what the Liberals introduced. It's not law yet, but it is a huge concern, I think, for Canadians moving forward.
So there'd be more staffing up for everybody to listen into everybody's telephone conversations. Should that become?
Well, listen to this. Bill C-10, one of the online censorship bills, it could cost us $4 to $6 million just to have these bureaucrats within the CRTC.
That's absolutely unbelievable. So the federal government has increased. I guess all provincial governments have increased because they've been doling out these checks. Are those temporary jobs? Or when the pandemic is over and we don't need these people to hand out all the checks, they're going to say goodbye?
Well, I do think that we do need our government employees to share in the tough times. And let me throw a little stat in you. The federal government has no records of its employees ever receiving a pay cut, ever.
Really?
Yeah, and look,
how about the private sector? I mean, we've lost, what, upwards of $400,000 job? 400,000 jobs?
Since COVID-19, we've seen about 400,000 jobs lost in the private sector, about 150,000 jobs gained within government. So clearly a tale of two downturns during COVID-19.
And when you're talking about taking cuts, a number have taken cuts to keep their jobs, and not in any government, though.
Well, look, we've seen so many families in the private sector, right, take job cuts, lose their job. We've seen so many small businesses shut down, some for good. But in the private sector, we've seen thousands of new government bureaucrats. And on top of that, we've also seen thousands of government bureaucrats receive pay raises during lockdowns in 2020.
I want you back when you find out what those jobs are all about and whether, in fact, a year from now, anybody's been laid off. Franco, thank you very, very much. Keep this on air. PayPal. So now we're in the middle of Justin's vanity election, and all over mainstream news, you're going to have the same news day after day after day. We are not going to have every show between now and September 20th on the election. We are going to have some very, very important analysis and some smart ideas and thoughts that you will not find anywhere else. Hence, PayPal, please. But I just want to lay it out for you that we will also be having some people in on this show who are not big names, who have something to say about the issues. Because when it comes down to it, elections are not about the people so much, it's about the issues and how it impacts you. Stay tuned. We're going to have some good ones.